deadline. Why I was saying that you guys had started to feel the sense, even with the way you started, you were a team that could mess somebody's season up in the playoffs. And obviously, vibe shifted a little bit once James and Lue were traded. But with what you've seen from this new group over the last couple weeks, obviously you got win a couple games first. But do you still feel like this is a group that can upset somebody?
Yeah, I think if we're prepared, like you said, we're prepared. And first, our mindset, we got to win tomorrow. We can't think about the playoffs. We got to win tomorrow. Our mindset has to be on Golden State. Great team. A lot of history on this team. And Steve Kerr is one of the best coaches in the league. So we got to be prepared for Golden State and take it from there.
The history for you with Golden State, Steph, and Steve goes back even further than obviously the Clippers. I'm just curious, when in one game setting,
I'm sick of it. Tired of it.
With Steph, though, I mean, you've seen him so many times. I'm sure he's prepared for certain things that you're going to throw at him. You're probably prepared for certain things that he's got out there. Just what is that dynamic like?
He's just a guy that can explode. He can score 50. If you're not careful. And so, he only had 24 last game, but he had 9 3-point attempts. We can't let him get those many attempts up. We got to try to keep him down as much as possible. So, with his ability to move without the basketball, all this confusion opens up layups for other guys, opens up shots for other guys, and we got to be locked into what we're trying to do offensively. Stop. I mean, I don't know if they're out of pressure, but we don't want to stop. Everything comes far to let go of the look. So, like I said, we just got to take it one game at a time. Tomorrow's Golden State, and we got to be locked in very quick.
You approach this like a game 7 where it's minutes be damned. We just need to get out of here. We go and keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Is there any minutes restrictions on Kawhi there? Because yesterday Steve did say there's minutes restrictions on like Steph.
Under 40.
Under 40?
That's what Steph said? I mean, that's what Steve said.
Steve said, yeah.
Yeah, under 40.
Yeah, is that for you too?
That's not really a restriction. I'll take 40. Yeah, I'll take that.
So 10 years ago, you had that game 7 to win your championship as a head coach. What do you draw from that experience of that that is relevant for you now, 10 years now, like with both teams playing for the right to move on?
Yeah, it's totally different. I think, we do a 7-game series. Each game, there's things you can change to get better. Tomorrow, just, be able to, make the most shots or, not turn the ball over the most. Like, you can't really control one game. You got to try to play your best, that night. And so, on a 7-game series, you can kind of see how they're trying to attack you, take certain things away, do some things differently. But tomorrow's just one game, like college.
And off of that, you guys played in 2022. Is there anything you could take from those 2 games that you guys played? I know it's way different circumstances, but is there anything you could take from that scenario to now?
Well, I think this is pretty much what we're doing the whole second half of the season. Just, focusing on, what's at hand right now. You can't think about what happened in the past. And like I said, we played Minnesota and New Orleans, but that was a time about that. Full 48 minutes. You can't take possessions off because if you take the possessions off defensively, they're embarrassing with their passing and cutting. If you turn the basketball, they get out of transition and make you pay as well. So we just got to be locked in.
Did Isaiah practice with you guys today?
Yes, sir.
Is he going to be able to play tomorrow, or do you not know?
Not sure. He played yesterday in the state ready game. Okay. And then today he went this one. So we got to see how he plays.
What do you've mentioned before about the urgency, the sense of urgency, right? And that's a big thing with Golden State with their off-ball movement and whatnot. Like, how do you hold that part of your team accountable? Where it's like, if y'all not locked in, not only will we be embarrassed, but this is it. The stakes are high.
Yeah, the stakes are very high. Right. So to have one game to try to advance to the next game to go to the playoffs, everything is high. So we understand kind of how we want to play and what we want to do. We still have to make some adjustments on that as a game that we are going to do, and they execute really well. So you just can't have a lot of game plan mistakes. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, just taking care of the layups, the back cuts, making sure we're on Steph's body when he throws the ball and takes off. We can't relax. We got to be on his body. Things like that. We just can't. We can't live with.
Thanks, I appreciate it.